Hello everyone, and welcome back to Whatever You Need. Today's story is deeply emotional, and it reminds us that even those who shine brightly on our screens carry silent battles in their hearts. We'll be looking into the life of actor Gökberk Demirci, a man admired for his performances, discipline, and heartfelt connection with fans, yet scarred by profound personal tragedies. From the devastating loss of his mother to the unwavering support of Özge Yağız, his story is one of resilience, pain, and an extraordinary bond with family. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to go one step further in supporting this channel, click on the join button to become part of our community. Now let's dive into Gökberk's most painful chapter. On screen, Gökberk Demirci has played characters that display courage, love, and inner strength. But away from the cameras, his real-life experiences have demanded even greater resilience. Long before fame arrived, life had already tested him with the loss of his brother, a tragedy that left an invisible scar. Later, the death of his grandmother added another layer of sorrow. But nothing compared to the crushing grief that struck in July 2019, when cancer claimed the life of his beloved mother, Özge Demirci. Friends close to the actor recall how that moment marked a turning point. Despite glimmers of hope during her treatment in Yalova, despite signs that she might recover, the illness proved merciless. On July 16, the family received the call no one ever wishes to hear. For those who followed his career, it was no secret that Gökberk's mother was central to his world. In interviews, he described her as his compass, the person whose voice guided his decisions, and the source of his strength. Losing such a figure was like losing the very foundation beneath his feet. Even years later, the wound remains raw. On anniversaries, Gökberk often turns to social media to honor her memory. His words are never elaborate, but they strike deep. In one tribute he wrote, "My mother, with infinite nostalgia and love. You will always be a part of me." These short sentences reveal more than volumes ever could, a love that endures beyond life itself. During those agonizing days, one presence became unforgettable, Özge Yağız. The actress, who met Gökberk on the set of Yemin, was not only his professional partner but also a personal anchor. While their relationship later experienced ups and downs, there is no denying the sincerity of her support during that crisis. Fans still recall the images that circulated online, Özge standing beside him at the hospital, refusing to leave him alone. In an industry where relationships are often seen as fleeting, that moment demonstrated a depth of care and loyalty that resonated far beyond tabloids. For many, it was proof that their bond was not just built on passion, but also on shared strength during life's hardest trials. Time may soften the sharpest edges of pain, but it never fully erases it. For Gökberk, the losses of his brother, grandmother, and mother are not just memories, they are experiences that shaped who he has become. Friends describe him as more thoughtful, more fragile in some ways, but also wiser, a man who has learned firsthand that life's moments must be cherished because nothing is guaranteed. Social media has played an unexpected role in his healing. Fans across the world, aware of his sorrows, have filled his profiles with words of comfort, sharing their own struggles with grief. This virtual community, built on empathy, has created a bond between star and admirers that transcends the usual dynamic of celebrity and audience. And dear viewers, let me ask you, Do you believe sharing grief publicly helps healing, or do you think such pain should remain private? Share your perspective in the comments. Your voices matter here on Whatever You Need. The relationship between Özge Yağız and Gökberk Demirci has always sparked fascination. While their romance has been marked by separations, rumors, and reconciliations, one thing has remained clear: the emotional connection between them is undeniable. Many fans argue that the hardships they faced together, especially the period surrounding his mother's illness and passing, have deepened their connection. Özge's steady presence during those fragile days became a defining moment. Whether or not they ultimately reconcile permanently, the memory of that solidarity has etched itself into the minds of fans as an example of rare authenticity in celebrity relationships. What sets Gawkberg apart is not only his talent as an actor but also his courage in embracing vulnerability. Instead of hiding his grief, he has shared pieces of it with the public, showing that pain can coexist with strength. By speaking openly about his mother's importance in his life and honoring her memory, he has transformed his private tragedy into a testimony of resilience. This sincerity has only strengthened his connection with fans. They see not only a performer but also a man who, despite heartbreak, continues to stand tall, move forward, and respect the gifts of life. His story resonates as a reminder that celebrities, behind the fame and glamour, face the same human struggles as everyone else. For Gawkberg, the repeated encounters with loss have instilled a lesson many overlook: time with loved ones is fleeting. This realization drives him to embrace moments more deeply, to value relationships, and to remind his followers through his example that no day should be taken for granted. Perhaps this is why fans admire him even more now, because he has turned suffering into growth. While the ache of absence will always remain, he continues his career with determination, taking on new roles and proving that life, no matter how painful, is worth living fully. The story of Gökberk Demirci is not simply that of a famous actor, but of a man who has faced unbearable sorrow and chosen to keep walking. From the devastating loss of his mother to the unwavering support of Özge Yağız, his journey reminds us of both the fragility and the strength of the human spirit. Thank you for being with us today on Whatever You Need. If this story touched you, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share your reflections in the comments. How do you cope with grief? Do you think Gawkberg's openness about his pain makes him more relatable as an actor? We'd love to know. And of course, if you'd like to go the extra mile, tap the join button and help us grow this community of heartfelt stories. Until next time, remember, behind every spotlight is a human being with real emotions, and every day with loved ones is a gift.